So let's say Zaya wants to go to Morgan State University and study biology, and Morgan State University costs $10,000 a year, and she only gets awarded $8,000 in federal student aid and state scholarships, and she has a $2,000 balance, right? Meaning $2,000 left over to pay. And she obviously needs more, right? What she can do is
Jordan Green-Ellis.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
Mr. Jordan Green-Ellis.
Mr. Green-Ellis.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
I know you may not feel like it, but your feelings are temporary, and sometimes they may not be telling you the truth about who you are. In fact, most times they aren't telling you the truth about who you are. You may feel like you come from the wrong side of the tracks or the wrong neighborhood, or maybe the unlikely it's okay. When I was in college, I couldn't afford books, but now I write books for college students. What's up, y'all? This is Jordan Green-Ellis, your debt-free degree coach. Welcome to another episode of All About the Money. Today, we're talking about secrets of the FAFSA. That's the free application for federal student aid. For those that do not know me, I help families decrease and eliminate student loan debt so that debt won't be a part of your destiny. College can be one of the greatest financial decisions that you ever make. Contrary to what the TikTok experts will tell you, that college is a scam, it's not. It's one of the greatest opportunities. However, you need the right information. And so that's what this channel is all about. A whole lot of inspiration, a whole lot of information so you can be on your way to your next destination in life. Today, again, we're talking about the FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. And please watch to the end. I'm going to give a secret hack that's going to help you get to the next level so that debt won't be a part of your destiny. All right, let's get into the show. All right, so how it works is you do the FAFSA application. The FAFSA has a real big stigma around it, like it's super complicated and impossible to do. It's very simple. It's more or less, I kind of compare it to completing like a social media profile. It's just your basic information and your parents' financial information. If you have a job, raise your hand if you have a job outside of here. Do y'all file taxes? No? Okay, so then you wouldn't report your income. They may ask you about they will ask you about like your current balances in your bank accounts. But basically the FAFSA application is getting all of your financial information for the federal government to say, this is what Zaya's family, this is what we're gonna give Zaya for college, okay? Based off of her financial information and the colleges that she wants to go to, okay? Now, at the end of the application, you'll get a number, what's called your SAI, okay? Your SAI is called the Student Aid Index. It used to be called the Estimated Family Contribution, which basically means, like, this is what the federal government says your mom and your dad, your parent, your guardian can hypothetically contribute to college. Now, I've yet to really meet a family whose SAI actually was completely accurate. It's just basically a blanket application for them to put every family in a category, okay? And so when you're in that category, you'll get that number at the end. If your number, I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter. If you get like a 0 EF or a 0 SAI, or if you get like a really high SAI, meaning this is what they're saying your family can contribute, it matters because the number that you get determines what they give you. But we don't want to solely depend on the money that the FAFSA gives us or the federal government gives us, because more than likely it's not going to be enough, okay, by itself. You have to combine the FAFSA awards as well as other awards, whether it be from the state, whether it be from a scholarship organization, whether it be from a college fund that you may have, whatever. You want to combine both. I don't recall a situation ever where I saw a family have enough money just from the FAFSA. It's always a contribution, okay? So expect to not only have funds just from the FAFSA, but elsewhere. I also put the MISFA there as well, because I want you guys to heavily consider schools in the state of Maryland. I'm not saying you have to. I got you, Coach G. I'm not saying you have to, but it's just a better financial decision for most cases, okay? If you want to go outside of the state of Maryland, I got you. You just got to find the money. But here's a good place where you can combine the funds, okay? Seniors, we talked about the awards that they offer. A few of them will cover a significant amount of tuition and fees if you stay in the state of Maryland. Okay, Coach G, you had a comment or question?
I have a question for you guys. In addition to the FAFSA, what are some other funding sources that you can use to pay for college? Not Zaya. Thank you. what other ways can you pay for college besides FAFSA? Like scholarships and rent? There we go.
Good. Good.
I'm just making sure we're all together.
Very good. You got a question? Oh, sorry, Coach. You good? Okay, go ahead.
It was just like, what if you already got like funds going towards college? Like, should you still do the FAFSA?
Very good. You absolutely should. You absolutely should. Depending on how you have those funds. Y'all remember last week I told you about the family who had in the 529 seniors? Okay, so all right, so if you weren't here, obviously, but if you're good, that is an example of what was just mentioned, right? So you guys can be even strategic in that now. I don't know what you're like, if you're working and you can set aside some money in your budget, right? I would suggest that you do that. You may think, oh, well, it's not a lot, a little bit over a long period of time adds up. Okay, for those who don't know, working with the family, they're going to next week or the week after next, and single mom for the past however many years has been contributing to her daughter's what's called 529, and they have over going towards it, right? Going towards their tuition and fees. Obviously, we don't have that much time compared to how long mom was doing that, but you can start now. If you're getting paid in any capacity on a consistent basis, my challenge to you would be just take a little piece of it and put it to the side, okay? So components of the FAFSA and the MISFA. After you do the FAFSA application, you get the SAI. Anybody remember what it stands for? I just told you. Student Aid Index. Very good. And that's basically like your score, okay? It's your score, but I don't want you to think about it like I'm winning or I'm losing. I'm just saying that this is what the federal government uses to put families in categories, okay? So you get the SAI number, and then on your application, you can add up to 20 schools, okay? So I think all of y'all should have done it, the top 10 assignment, right? The schools that you put on your FAFSA, they're going to be able to receive that information. If you don't put the school on your FAFSA, they're not going to be able to see that information. You'll get the score at the end, okay? And when you get the score at the end, it's going to send to the schools that you put on your FAFSA application. Now, this is important, again, because I mentioned that if a school is not on the application, they can't get your FAFSA. And if they can't get your FAFSA information, they can't give you what? The money, okay? They can't give you the money. And so what happens is those schools that are on your list, right? Those schools that are on your list, they're going to give you what's called an award letter, okay? An award letter is basically a document that says you get this, you get that, you get that, you get that, money-wise, okay? Now, here's a part in the process where a lot of families get hung up. I'm going to give y'all a cheat code, something that I didn't know until I started working in the industry. When you get the award letter or the offer letter, right, it's simply an offer, a suggestion. You know how someone may offer to, I don't know, maybe like go out on the weekends, like, hey, you want to hang out this weekend? And you have the option to say what, yes or no, right? And so when you get this award letter from the said institution or the school, you can do the same thing, right? Now, let me give you some more context. Hit the next slide for me. I'll make sure that I'm still on track. All right, good. And so you can do the same thing with what they offer you. So let's say Zaya biology, maybe, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's say Zaya wants to go to Morgan State University and study biology. And Morgan State University costs $10,000 a year. And she only gets awarded $8,000 in federal student aid and state scholarships. And she has a $2,000 balance, right? Meaning $2,000 left over to pay. And she obviously needs more, right? What she can do is appeal the offer that was given. What's appeal mean? What do you think it means?
To adjust something.
Say it again.
To adjust.
Make an adjustment. Okay? That's a good way to think about it. What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
I don't know. Like, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Okay? So I like how Tristan described it. Make a suggestion. And so what you can do is, this is what I teach. There are two different ways you can do an appeal. Okay? The first, I call it an unofficial appeal. Okay? Now, this is how I describe it. You probably won't hear this elsewhere like this, but I say an unofficial appeal, right? An unofficial appeal is simply... I know. The episode was honestly getting a little bit too long, but of course, next week I got another one for you. If you want to know how to appeal, that's the official and the unofficial appeal of your FAFSA. When they give you the award letter, I want you to comment the word me And there's also going to be a link in the description. You can do either of those two, okay? You can comment the word me or click the link in the description so that you can learn more. I have many opportunities for you to learn. So again, debt won't be a part of your destiny. All right, y'all, if you haven't subscribed, hit the button. All right, I'm signing out, but I'll see you next week.